Hey everybody, welcome back to this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name is Andy, the Uncommentator. This is episode number 22, and in this episode the focus is going to be Growlithe. Now before we get started, we of course need to read the POSG entry for Growlithe, which goes as follows. Toss a Pester Ball into one of the 3 lava pits on the right-hand bank, across from the Charmeleon/Charizard, and either a Growlithe or an Arcanine will pop out. Try to get a good picture of the Growlithe shaking off the embers. The extra pose points will more than make up for the lack of size points. Or you can hope to get more... Sorry, start again. Or you can hope for more Growlithe to jump from the remaining pits and then get them together for a group shot. So we're basically going to do the latter of the two things that it said there. So as you can see there, so that's the current Growlithe that we've got, which is basically what I said. It's getting the trying to get a group photo rather than them shaking the embers off. So the current photo on the report is worth 4,540 points, which is broken down by a size score of 990, a pose of 1,000, and a big same Pokemon bonus of 560. I'm not so sure which Growlithe is the focus of the photo there. I'm guessing it's the one that's looking at the camera, but it might not be. Anyway, so that's just what we're going to try and beat, or at least get somewhere near. So let's get on with it. Taking another voyage to the Volcano, because of course it's a fire type, which means it has to be at the Volcano. I do feel like there's I can't think of there is a fire, something nagging in the back of my head that there's a fire type not at the Volcano, but then when I think about it, I don't think there is, because nearly all the fire type Pokemon on Gen 1 are on this game, and they're all on this level. The only fire, I mean, there's a few that are. The only ones I can think of though are there's no Ninetales and there's no Ponyta, but their lines are still represented, obviously, by Rapidash and Vulpix. The only other fire type that's I can think of that's Gen 1 is Flareon. Unless I feel like I'm probably forgetting an obvious one. But, yeah. I think they're all on this level. So a little bit unimaginative there, Game Freak, however. Something's Game Freak that made this game. Anyway, so onto this right-hand banking. So we'll start throwing Pester Balls here and hope we can get a bit of luck, which we can't. So these are the fire pits. Oh, Growlithe straight away. Now the problem we've got here is, apart from the fact I'm rubbish at hitting these fire pits, and also when you hit them they don't always jump out like that. Now there we go, that's the problem. The problem is we can't guarantee that we're going to get Growlithe, because we've got 2 Arcanines. Okay, well let's submit that and just see what it gets. It won't hardly get anything, but it just gives us a starting point. We got 1 Growlithe. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, it's not shaking off its embers. We'll send that one. It looks happy. Running towards the SPF. Okay, it won't get a good score, but let's just see what it gets. Yeah, rubbish size, rubbish pose. And that's it. So that was rubbish, basically. Okay, so that's a pretty low bar which we need to get over. So let's do just that. Right. Yeah, as I said, we need the biggest problem with this is, well, there's a couple of problems really. One, it's at the end of the level, so we have to speed past all this nonsense every time. And the other problem is you can't guarantee what's going to jump out the fire pits. Sometimes it's Arcanine, sometimes it's Growlithe, and it's not one of those that if you throw a Pester Ball, it's Growlithe, and if you throw an ASPF, it's Arcanine. It'd be so much easier and more useful and better if that was the case. If you could guarantee what it was, depending on what you threw, but unfortunately, you can't do that. One thing we do need to try and do, or I say by we I mean me, I need to try and hit the fire pits before I get round the corner, so if you get the trajectory right and get a bit of luck and the aim right, you can hit the fire pits at this point, even though you can't see them, which will save a lot of time. There we go. There we go. Perfect example. And we've got 2 Growlers, so this is a real good chance here, actually. We can lure them to the edge of the banking. Please. That was annoying. That was really annoying, actually, because I managed to get them both. Would it have been Growlithe? No, it would have been Arcanine anyway. Okay, well, let's see what we got. But I feel like I missed a trick there, because I did manage to hit the fire pits when I wasn't, before I got round the corner, which is, it just buys you so much more time if you can do that. Yeah, see, the way they were running along, they were kind of getting in each other's way, which was a bit of a problem. I'll go for that one, but I've got a bad feeling about the size is going to be compromised here. That was a bit frustrating, actually, because that was a really good opportunity. And then the last... I was trying to get the... I spent too much time trying to get the last... hit the last fire pit, and it was Arcanine anyway. Yeah, see, only 200 because it's covered up. So, we're going to get the... You were close. We're going to get that this time. That was really annoying. That was a really good chance. Okay. Come on, let's do this. Yeah, that's the problem with this photo. Well, there's a few problems with this photo, but that's another one. It's sort of getting them so they're not covering each other up. Which they were doing there. The one at the front was... it counted the one at the back. You can only pretty much just see its face. Ooh, that was annoying. That was pretty annoying. Speed past the Vulpix. You know what? Let's evolve the Charmander. Why not? Could be fun. Might buy us a... Might get us a bit of luck. No, okay, Magmar, just stand there, don't bother. Hit the Moltres egg. I don't think it. I don't think there's a difference between the ASPFs and Pestiballs in terms of trajectory. So, I think whatever you throw, it's going to go in the same direction in the same place. Have we hit anything? Nope, not this time. I'm sure I'm hitting this. Why is nothing coming out? Okay, we'll try again. The other frustrating... There's so many frustrating things about this photo. Another one is when you hit the fire pit and nothing jumps out. Which I'm sure I did then, but anyway. Let's try again. Thinking back to something I talked about in an earlier episode. I can't remember when it was. A while ago now. Right, let's try and get this evolved this time. It won't make any difference, but in my tiny brain it might do. There we go. Thanks, Magmar. Yeah, thinking about something I talked about in another episode, I referenced a series I thought about making many years ago, where I would have a popular song playing in the background that was kind of relevant to the Pokemon of the photo. Now, I've no idea what the Arcanine... there we go. Oh, Growlithe, I should have said. Not Arcanine. I'm sure this is going in. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this now. Unless this Growlithe is following, not the Arcanine. Any chance? I swear I'm hitting it. No, okay, try again. Yeah, I don't know what the song would have been for Growlithe. I mean, it's a... kind of looks a bit like a tiger, so it may have been Eye of the Tiger. And by kind of looks a bit like a tiger, I mean in a power cut. But, you know, it's orange, it's got black stripes, it's got a white tail, it's a little dog, it's a fire type. I don't know. You tell me. Dog days are over. Eye of the Tiger. Something with fire in it. We didn't hit the fire pit. I don't know. Anyway, we're not making that series, sadly. I don't want to get don't want to steal other people's stuff. Oh, there we go. Right. So if we can get this Growlithe over here and get another Growlithe out of this pit. Oh, there we go. Right, here we go. This is a decent chance here. There we go. Oh, I should have focused on the one that was shaking its embers there. And no, that wasn't a euphemism. Okay. You know what? I may call it here, because this is going to be about as good as we're going to get. Yes, if I'd focus on the one shaking its embers. This is an awkward one. In fact, you know what? Even though I didn't focus on the one shaking its embers, I'm going to... Is that bigger than that? Yeah, I'm going to submit that one. Hopefully the fact the other one's shaking its embers will help with the same Pokemon bonus. But yeah, that's basically what you need to do. Kind of get them to try and lure them to the front of the ledge with the ASPF. Now, the side's going to be worse, but 500? You've got to be kidding. Let's see what the same Pokemon bonus was. 440. Yeah, so the Ember Shaking made no difference. Why was it only 500 pulls? Like seriously, what did he actually want from me there? Well, we'll keep going. Thanks, jerk. I'm still recording this around Christmas time, 2022, so clearly no Christmas spirit for Joke. Needs to eat KFC. Maybe he's not at his KFC yet. That's why he's. Or is it McDonald's? What do the Japanese eat on Christmas Day? It's some kind of fast food thing, isn't it? But because I'm an uncultured oaf, I don't know what it is. Somebody leave a comment, tell me what it is. I do have quite a few Japanese viewers actually, so konnichiwa to everyone in Japan. I was going to say Genki desu ka, but I'm not 100% confident that that means what I think it means. I'm hoping it means are you okay, but I'm not sure. So if it doesn't mean that, I apologise. Again, I'm an uncultured oaf, as I said. Okay, come on. We need a good photo of Growlithe. I'm only 10 minutes into this episode, it feels like it's been going a bit longer. One thing I do want to say as well, actually, I just want to address the last episode, the Psyduck episode. I really don't want to make a habit of going back and making a follow-up video. I don't want to make a habit of making bad videos, which is, you could argue, it's a bit late for that. But yeah, I don't want to make a habit of making a bad video and then basically making a short follow-up video that basically says, well, this is what I was trying to achieve. Should have been Growlithe in that last one. Okay, I'll try again. That'd have been Growlithe in that last pit. We never had a chance there. Yeah, I don't want to get into the habit of making a bad video, not getting a decent photo, and then sort of making a follow-up video that's got a bit of post commentary on that says, this is what I was trying to achieve. I can't guarantee it won't happen again, because, to be honest with you, this is the perfect candidate. This is the perfect candidate to make that kind of video. But I will try and get it in the main video. So yeah, apologies for that, but hopefully it wasn't too bad. The little follow-up video was actually half decent, I thought. At least it showed that I can get a good photo of Psyduck. I'm just hoping I can get a good photo of Growlithe. So again, we're relying on luck that we will get Growlithe in the fire pits, and not Arcanines. Oh, there we go. I hit them both first time there. Now, as I've said before, yeah, see what that looks like. As I've said before, you just can't guarantee. It's not a case of ASPF for Arcanine, Pester Ball for Growlithe. Otherwise, it would be a lot easier, to be fair. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Looks like it's running for joy there. Although, was it doing that in the last photo that only got 500 pulls? I'm going to submit one where it's not running, it's a bit more settled. So we'll go with that one and see what we get for that. Can at least get to 4,000. Is that too much to ask? Right, decent size. Only 850. Like, what does he want from me? I really don't know the differences in all these poses. So we had a 500 pose, we've had an 850 pose. Now the guide said that the shaking off the embers would get a bigger pose. Yes. Unfortunately, we'd have to compromise on size to get that. But I don't know what the I'm not 100% sure what the embers pose would be. I'm guessing it'd be 1300 because I think that's what it is for Arcanine, but I may be wrong. Bit of a spoiler for what's to come there on the next episode, the Arcanine episode. At least Vulpix hasn't got in the way yet. I know a lot of my videos, I kind of leave everything in, sort of warts and all, so I maybe need to get into the habit of cutting these bits down, because you really don't need to see me running up to this. Oh, there we go. That was a good photo. Why not? It's not going to beat the current Charmander, but yeah, don't know why I just took that. Just seemed opportune. Yeah, I don't think you need to really watch me sort of run into this point again. It kind of seems a bit pointless, a bit redundant maybe. A little bit like this effort. Well, that was rubbish. But you know what? I want to see what that Charmander... I want to look at that Charmander photo. Look at that. What a great picture. You know what? Let's see what it gets. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun, and then let's actually try and get this Growlithe. Right. 3,340. So the pose was rubbish. Why was the pose so bad? I don't know. I thought it was a good picture. Anyway, back to Growlithe. Yeah, maybe we need to start getting into the habit of cutting down the setups, especially when it's one like this where it's literally just random. Like there's no actual setup. Not like Zubat or Doug Trio where you do actually have to set the photo up. This is literally just we need to get to the right bit of the level, and then hope that Growlithe emerges from its fiery home. It's fiery. I don't think of a word for fiery. I don't know. Flame laden, hot. It's lavaed layer. Is that poetic enough? I don't know. Right, come on. If I can hit, I need to hit the fire pit earlier, like I did earlier. Hit the fire pit before we get around the corner. It'll really help. That hit, I think, looked like it hit. So nothing jumped out, so it probably didn't. Oh, there we go. Right, 2 Growlithe. Stop hitting the Growlithe. That's annoying. We get a 3rd Growlithe here. And there's the Embers. Unfortunately, there's only 2 Growlithes in the shot. Because the other one decided to stop running. You know, let's submit the Embers photo and just see what the pose is. Obviously, the size is going to be rubbish, but these are the same Pokemon bonus. Right, you can barely see the Embers there, but you will get the Embers pose with that one. So let's see what we get. $390 is that all? Yeah, tons of Embers. Yes, so it is 1,300. Okay. So yeah, the lack of size won't make up for the sorry, the pose won't make up for the lack of size, I should have said. Okay. So, yeah, we need to try and right. Let's get this photo nailed, and then we'll go from then we can move on. Well, we'll keep going a little bit. I need to get this technique nailed of hitting the lava geezers, we're going to call it. Dodgy geezers. Oh, we've got an Arcanine. Oh, there we go. So the one I hit early turned out to be Arcanine, slightly irritatingly. Right. Please stop running across Arcanine. I only want the Growlithe to run across. There we go. Only took 1 shot. But unfortunately, it's not gonna... No. If there's a time to resurrect my appropriate songs to the footage idea, it's now, because it'll give me something to do. Trying to think of, or even sing them myself, which is not the bit. Not that anyone wants to hear that really. Didn't quite manage to hit it over the cliff this time. That went in, I'm sure it did. Why is the middle one still hasn't come out? Oh, there we go. Oh, all 3 this time. 3 dogs. I was going to sing Mama told me not to come, but I don't think anyone would get that. I'm sure somebody would. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to get a good score, but I guess we'll see. Oh, come on, joke. Just give me something. Like James Morrison. I mean, you can just tell that they're not good. Basically, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, looks like we're ploughing on a little bit more. I don't know why I'm deliberating here, because this is... They're all terrible. Why am I looking? Just get on with it. Well, let's see them frolicking gaily. Let's see what that gets. It's got to be something, surely. It'll be something. It won't be very good, but... I mean, even the same Pokemon. I mean, is it fire or dogs I'm better off singing about? I don't know. I'm better off not singing, I think. I'm better off being able to hit one of these volcanoes over the cliff. There we go. That wasn't too bad. And then, unfortunately, that just... I mean, why does it not jump out? I'm clearly hitting. I mean, I suppose you could argue, well, you can't be, because otherwise they'd jump out. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That's fun. Kicking its legs in the air. That's exciting. See what that's worth. Hopefully something. I'm not really sure what pose I'm going for here. That's another problem with this. I mean, the photo I've got, it looks like it's just... I think it's focusing on the one that's looking at the camera, but I'm not entirely sure if it's focusing on that one or the one that's sat down, because the one that's sat down, its tail is the bit that's in the middle. So it's difficult to know, really, which one it is. I think it's the one that's looking at the camera. Yeah, size is rubbish. See, the pose again, it's just the... I mean, it's not just the pose that let me down, it's the whole thing, but... Still more than 1,000 away, again. The dog days are over. Well, they're not over because I'm still ploughing on with this nonsense. If anyone knows any more songs with dog in the title, please let me know, because I can't think of any. Although, by the time you do let me know, this video will be recorded and done, so don't really... Oh, let the dogs out. I suppose, yeah, that's the obvious one. Anyway, come on, if I can hit this third... There we go. Can I get all the way to the end? Come on. See, and then they turn round. I mean... Well, there we go. Listen, oh, thanks, Maggie Cat. If that was going to be a good shot, it now won't be because of that thing flopping into frame. But could still be fun. Let's see if we've got a fun photo of Maggie Cat. No, apparently only one type. It's all Growlithe. There's got to be one that's got. There's got to be a photo that's got Maggie Cat in the shot. There it is. Just going by there. They're all going to be too small, these. Even though there's all three of them looking at the camera. This photo will still suck. We'll not submit the Maggie Cat one for the LOLs. I mean, it's just 500. Ooh, there we go. Let the big dog out there. Arcanine, right. If we can get a decent shot of two of them. I mean, oh, there we go. That's a fun one. It's a shame it wasn't Growlithe in the background there, because that could have been a nice picture. Let's see what this gets. Should be a decent size score anyway. See, look at that. Look at that. If that thing in the background was Growlithe, that'd be amazing. Come on, joke. Give me like 200 pose points or something. Yep, there you go. I'm putting the growling Growlithe at this point because it's just really, yeah. I just want to move on. Let's move on. Let's rock. One thing that is concerning me slightly about this, well, there's lots of things that's concerning, but another thing that's concerning me is the next Pokemon's Arcanine. And hardly any Arcanines are jumping out. So I really need, as much as it's good at this point that I'm not getting many Arcanines, I'm going to need them. Why is the other one not run over? Why is there only two? I mean, it's going to be too small now. So, I still don't know what pose I'm going for here. Is it kicking the legs in the air? Is it eating? Is it shaking? It's not shaking the embers. I know it's not that. Because it's too small if you get that. I mean, these all just suck. They're like this Pokemon, they're just terrible. And I know a lot of people do actually quite like, well, they like Arcanine. I don't know if Growlithe's that popular, but never been a big fan of it. I think it's because it evolved by a stone, that's why I don't like it. Pokemon that evolved by a stone, I tend to just chuck in the PC and never use them. Anyway, we don't care about that. I'm not going to care about this score either, because it's going to be rubbish. 850, so a different pose at least. I mean, at this point, I just take getting within 1,000 of the score I've already got. We've had a lot of fun poses though so far, haven't we? haven't we? We've had a 500 pose, we've had an 800 pose, we've had an 850 pose. Can we actually get a 1000 pose? No. Arcanine. Hit that one already. Well, that went well. I mean, I could go back to what I know best, and that's wrestling, and sing... could go for This Fire Burns, or Burn in My Light. For fire-related songs. I mean, This Fire Burns has got two references, hasn't it? How high does Arcanine jump when it's Arcanine? Like disappears out of frame totally. Well, no idea how I hit that, but I'll take it. Now, can I take a good photo? I think we all know the answer to that question, but we'll give it a go anyway. Well, we'll see what rubbish score that gets. Can I get within 1,000? That's literally the bent. That's literally the aim at this point. Just get within 1,000. Yeah, I got bored, so I practiced Rapidash a little bit, but well, might as well go for one of these. I mean, does it matter? We'll go for that one because it's kicking its legs up in the air. The one at the front. So let's see what that pose gets. Probably 200 or something like that. I mean, at this point, I've lost count how many pose scores we've had. We've had 700, 500, 800, 850. We seem to have had anything but 1,000. So what I did to get that 1,000 on the photo I've actually got saved in the report, I have absolutely no idea. Oh, managed to hit that first volcano, so that's good. Right, gives us a bit of time, but again, I'm wasting it by missing the middle one. Any chance? There we go. Come on. Because I'm close to just giving in here. Ooh. Shame it turned round there. That could have been a good one. Well, let's see what that gets. But I think whatever it gets, I'm done here. This is just forlorn. That's not bad though, is it? That first one. You just don't know what... I know I keep saying it, but you just don't know what pose you're going to get. That's the problem. But that first one looked decent. If the pose is okay, we might get a decent score with that one. If the size is okay, it's going to be in the middle, even though it's towards the top. There's all three of them, so we should get a decent same bonus. So come on, Oak. Ooh, there we go. Hey, there we go. That's what it needs. That's the 1,000 pose. That's the 1,000 pose with its eyes shut. That's all, that was it. That's all I needed to do. Stood there with its eyes shut. So the most boring pose is the highest scoring one because we've had it kicking its legs out. We've had it doing other things, but the one that it wants is just standing there with its eyes closed. Well, thanks for that, Joe. If I'd known that. Well, obviously we got a lower score, but we got within the 1,000. In fact, we got within 500 there, didn't we? So what am I doing? We're certainly not going through that again. Right, we can finally end this video now, because my goodness me, this is... I knew it was going to be bad, this one. I didn't think it would quite be this bad. So there we go. So that's Growlithe. So again, I put the Growlithe in this video. But if you did enjoy this video, then please like and share the video, because you can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. While you're on YouTube, you head over to the channel, the Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. But next time, we'll be moving on to Growlithe Evolution, which is Arcanine. But until we get to that point, for me, it is sayonara.